everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lori and I'm the face behind this crazy crochet chaos I call Entretejidos Crochet. We are starting off strong with our vlogs, and the first part of the vlog that you're going to see is me sifting through my inventory, because as I was looking at my inventory list, I noticed that I wasn't keeping tabs appropriately on what I have. And I also noticed going through my Etsy shop that I don't have all of the plushies that are inventory. They're not listed. Not all of them are listed on my Etsy. So we need to fix that. So part of this video is going to be me going through my inventory. The first thing is I'm going to pull out a few plushies that I plan on donating for the Cuddles for Courage Plushie Drive, as well as a bag of plushies to donate for the Stitch of Kindness for August. A Stitch of Kindness will be donating plushies to different, let's call them focus group. I know there's a better word for it. I just can't think of it. But they will be getting plushies in August, and then another batch in September, and in October, and November, and December, to focus on different kids that are going through different situations. In July, it was for the victims that were affected by the flooding in Texas. And then in August, it'll be kind of like a back to school where kids that come from that are in low income or affected communities, they will receive plushies to start off the new school year. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Like, before I start updating my inventory, pull out those plushies and then go from there. I do have now 4 boxes, 2 bigger ones and 2 kind of like medium-sized one. So hopefully I can divide my inventory better instead of having the categories being like very big price range wise. But regardless, let's get you into the time lapse and we'll come back and talk about it. This is the next day, so now I pulled out all of the boxes with my inventory. I have my inventory list. I think the best way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to dump all of the plushies on the couch behind me and then go through them and organize them into each of the 4 boxes. I'll hopefully divide them between $20 and under, 21 to like 35-ish, and then the other ones, but we'll see. Because I also know that kind of the $25 and $35 price range is what I typically price my plushies at. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just want to get this all organized and everything is like accounted for. I forgot to mention that I'm also going to be pulling out and placing in this tote bag the plushies that I'm going to donate for either a Stitch of Kindness or for the Cuddles for Courage, and the 7, can you believe that? I sold 7 of my dinosaurs. So I need to pull them out. They'll be placed in that tote bag and, you know, placed away so that they don't get sifted into my inventory. I'm excited. Let's get at it. So according to my inventory list, this is 4.5K worth of inventory and about 160 plushies. Let's see if that's true, which I know that it's not. This is definitely getting my cardio in. So now begins the process of looking over the list and putting them into their boxes. At that time, I did already pull out some of the items that are going to be donated and all the plushies that sold. So let's get into that, since I don't want this video to be too long, and I also kind of don't want to bore you with the same old. I'm just going to film a little bit of me organizing them, tallying them up on my list, and then I will check back in. Okay, I think this is going to be better. I'm gonna fill this box with plushies, and then I'll divide them into these boxes. Hopefully that'll save my back from being thrown out, and it'll be probably a bit more organized than just trying to like pick at random plushies. So at this point, what I'm going to do is time lapse you again and check back in. So, as you saw, that was a major project that I did not have in mind to make. But now to catch you all up on what I was able to do after I organized my inventory, and right now is I was able to update the inventory, and I feel much more accomplished now, with the sense that what I have on Etsy is what I have in my inventory, and it's what I have in my inventory list. I don't have any like loosey-goosey, if you will, plushies laying around. I was able to organize the plushies in such a way that I feel it'll be easier for me to look up a plushie, which box it's in, if someone buys a plushie on Etsy. So after I did that, I also managed to finish a pattern test, and this one is for Wild Craft Crochet, and it's her first ever pattern. It's for a chipmunk. He is Charlie the chipmunk, and it's a snuggler. I ran out of yarn because I thought I had 2 skeins of the caramel color from Premier Yarns. I didn't. So I had to like improvise and use this bernat one and kind of like drop the yarn. Even though it's variegated, I did add like little spots of the caramel throughout the body, just so that it all blended together, because that specific yarn is like this. It doesn't have like this rich brown that you see here, but I was able to do it, and I'm happy for it because I don't know, I'm loving making snugglers. I finally got around to going to the post office, and we have some happy mail to show you. I'm gonna show you the non-yarn happy mail first, and then I have 2 orders to unbox from Premier Yarns. So the first package is, I did place an order for 4 for 3 pairs of 30mm eyes from Stitch by D. And she was kind enough to send a freebie. So Denise, if you're watching this, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I got sky blue butterflies. And now that I have the itch to design a dragon and another dinosaur, I am going to probably use these. I also got 30mm, this is custom glitter. So on her Etsy shop, she has this listing where you pick the glitter and the mica powder and then she'll make it. But I just wrote that she should surprise me, and she did. Like, look at this. Like, what? You have like these silver hexagon glitters on like a multicolor background. Perfect. And then the other one is this like hot pink and salmon sort of glitters with like a pinky purple sort of background. Love them, love them, love them, love them. And she was kind enough to send a freebie, and this is how the freebie looks. Also perfect, because the hexagons are kind of like tealish and green, and then the background is like tealish blue. Perfect. So check out her shop. The other happy mail is glitters. Now bear in mind, when I make my safety eyes, it's not that I dump this glitter and make the eyes. I mix these with other glitters so that you can get that very unique sort of custom look. But I did get these lime green. They are stars, little stars. I got some more of the multicolor stars because I am planning on expanding the blue stars color background offer, if you will. So instead of the background being blue, if you want it in orange or pink or whichever color, I can do that. And then the stars will be multicolored. Then I grabbed these very nice pastel flakes because I love how when you add the flakes, then you add the mica powder, and it just makes it all these glow in the dark stars. Like the camera can't pick it up properly, but they're glow in the dark stars. A mix and match of moons, bunnies, stars. Oh my goodness, a lot of little different shapes of glitters. And this one is hearts, stars, like little explosions, and they are more on the pastel side. I am itching to get started on this, and that's a video that's coming up soon. Like me going through how I do my safety eyes. So these orders of Premier yarns were actually placed on different dates, but the postal service being what it is, I actually got them both on the same day. So let's open them. I got Little Bunny in black, Bunny in, this is the color gray, and look at how it is. And I also got Eyelash yarn in sand. I got these because I want to make another Buster Buffalo. Well, that was the plan originally. I think I'm going to try and use them to make a fuzzy Skylar spider before I release the pattern. So we'll see. We'll see. And I got them in these 3 colors just to see how it would all play out. Then I also got, these are the new colors of Parfait Chunky. I love this green. I got Pistachio, and this one is the new Kelly Green, which if you remember the limited edition seaweed salad, it's the same one. It's the same color, but more greens. I mean, not just the fact that it's more greens, just the fact that we get more parfait chunky colors, which is the other order that I'm gonna open right now. But just the fact that we have more parfait chunky colors, it's fine in my book. In my other order, I got carrot, ooh, marshmallow, almond butter, apricot, or apricot. I say apricot. They are very different. In this other order, I had grabbed pistachio, not once, but twice. So now I have 3 skeins, which is good because I can start designing my dragon. I did not think this was going to be so cute. This is artichoke. It's almost like a dusty sage. Love this. Also another green. To be fair, my favorite color is purple, not green, but here we are. I also grabbed chestnut, which I would say is a lighter version of harvest, summer squash, ivy. Christmas is just around the corner. This was an oldie but goodie bubblegum. I needed a skein, so I grabbed it. It's not part of their new colors. And then this is rock candy. So now the good thing about this is that I already have space for them. So yay. Now I am waiting for an order of the new Parfait plush, which I also have space for over here, back there, except you can see it, but back there I do have space for it. Another pattern test that this update is just like all over the place, kind of like it's Monday. And I had a lot to catch you all up on, and I'm just a bit frazzled. Like my brain is fried. I don't know why, but I started on the Laurel Bay cardigan, and this is my progress. This is my progress so far. I mean, in all honesty, this is about 3 hours of work. Oh my goodness, 3 hours of work. It's a size 3 weight yarn. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. I was reading the pattern for the first time, and I may or may not have gotten a little bit too excited and made a mistake and had to frog. But this is the progress. I'm already on my 3rd color change. This is like white, and these are the other colors in the skein. Now, I am going to pick up another skein of this yarn tomorrow, because I know I'm not gonna have enough of the skein. So, you know, in order to not be scrambling at the end, and you know, what if I go to Walmart and I don't see this skein? So in order to keep the crazy crochet chaos less crazy, I'm gonna grab another one. And I really recommend Jelly Donut Knits patterns. They're amazing, they are gorgeous, they are very timeless. In terms of what I'm going to do right after this update is I need to pack an order, actually 2. One order is for 1 pair of safety eyes, and the other one, I sold 7 dinosaur plushies. I was speechless. And Bookmaker Studio, if you're watching this, please know that you made my day for sure. I love, be it that I sell 1 pair of safety eyes or a pattern. All of these orders are very, very special to me. And when I do sell plushies, it's like, oh my goodness, my plushies are going somewhere. And today, which is kind of why I'm a bit tired, I'm a bit frazzled. Today was my very first in-service teacher days, or teacher in-service days, however you want to say it. 2 co-workers have been graced by my plushies, and it just brought a smile to my face. One of them was like, you know, he sleeps with that plushie every single night. And the other one was like, well, you know that you gifted me, I think it was like a flower turtle, and then you gifted my daughter an axolotl. Well, she took both plushies and they sleep on her pillow. And it just, those sorts of stories is very much why I do what I do. It's to bring a smile to people's faces. It's why I love being part of the A Stitch of Kindness plushie effort, if you will. And I do have, you know, part of the weekend where I pulled out a lot of plushies to donate. Part of those plushies are going to go for the Stitch of Kindness, and the other ones are going to go to the Cuddles for Courage. But that's what I do. That's why, that's not what I do. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do this. I love gifting things. And yeah, kind of a little bit of a heartful moment there, but so I love doing this. I love making plushies, and the fact that 7 dinosaurs got sold, I pulled them out, and it's going to be a very, very colorful box of dinosaurs that are going to be brightening up their day for sure. Now, in terms of what I'm going to do right after I sign off, as I mentioned, is pack up that order, paint the single pair of safety eyes to send out tomorrow. When I get to the couch, I am going to work on the 2 snugglers or plushies that I'm making for the Cuddles for Courage plushie drive, so that I can get those done as soon as possible. In tomorrow's update, I will share, I don't have my laptop right now here, I will share how many plushies I started out with and how many plushies I have now, as well as like the inventory total. That is going to be it for today's update. Check back in tomorrow, and bye. Alright, so it's been a couple of days and I've been able to crochet. I was also able to kind of like put yarn back. I did send out the Etsy orders that I had. I also sent out the donation for A Stitch of Kindness, and I finished, well, technically I've finished 3. Except one is headless, but it's not, I just need to assemble it. So I did finish a pattern test for Cozy Chameleon Creations. She designed the kind of like build your own Disney, well, not Disney prince, but prince pattern. And since I have to do a plushie for the Cuddles for Courage plushie donation, I modeled mine after Peter Pan. And I added the 2-toned hair because his hair, in some places, it kind of looks like a reddish brown. Others looks kind of more like a darkish blonde. I also kind of ran out of that sort of yarn, so he got highlights and like lowlights and whatnot. And I just love how the pattern came together. It was a really easy pattern to make. I'm actually testing this pattern for her. The other thing that I was able to finish, it's done. I'm debating if I'm going to add the bonnet. The pattern is kind of asking for the bonnet. This is the Goose pattern by Loops to Lovies. And she is so stinking cute. And I plan, if I do go ahead and make the bonnet, she has this very Mother Goose-ish bonnet. I think I'm gonna do it. So I think I'm gonna do it in this is called time. So I might do it in this color if I do get around. Who am I kidding? I am going to do it. But this is also going to be a plushie for my Cuddles for Courage donation. And the other one, this is the one that is headless because I literally need just to finish one more round, attach the head, and then add like the little details to it. This pattern is Baby Apollo. The pattern is by Oddball Crochet, and it is yet another project for Cuddles for Courage. I'm trying to focus my makes, at least for this week, to work on those that I need to have out by a certain date. So the Cuddles for Courage plushies need to be out maybe like at the latest the 3rd week of August, so that they arrive well in time for the plushie drive. So that is what I was able to make so far. I did drop by Walmart and everything's right in the world. I got a new notebook. Why? I needed it. I needed to get a notebook to start writing down ideas because I've been getting a lot of ideas. I have an idea for a new dinosaur, an idea for a new splooting pattern. So yeah, I needed to get organized. A new notebook, endless possibilities. I just love the new notebook smell. So I will be filling this out with everything. Usually I get a new notebook for the beginning of the year, but it's August and I was already running out of space in the one that I have. So the other thing that I was going to mention, since I featured it in this video, was the total for my inventory. So before I started organizing the inventory, at least what was on the list, I was supposed to have 155 plushies, which were around 4.6K worth of plushies. You know, when I say I ended up, it means that I pulled out the plushies that had sold. I pulled out plushies that I was going to donate for the Cuddles for Courage, and plushies that I already sent off. So from that total, I have 89 plushies with a total of 3.1K of inventory. It's great. I've been able to organize my remaining plushies into 4 priced categories, which if they get sold, it's easier for me to just go to that box, pull it out, and send it out. This being said, all of my plushies, except the seasonal ones, being the ones that are, you know, snowman themed or Christmas, wintertime themed, those I haven't listed yet on Etsy. But everything else, if you're interested in my dinosaurs, in my bugs, check out my Etsy shop because I'm pretty sure I have something there for you. Methinks that this is the end of today's video because we've gone through quite a bit. We have organized my inventory. I have crocheted a bit as well. And as the school year is starting, I feel like I have a nice timeline, if you will, of which patterns I want to release in the upcoming months. So I do plan, I do have a couple of Crochet-A-Longs that are coming along at the time that I'm filming this video. Skylar Spider will be out. Baby Danny Dino will also be out. And if I'm correct, we should also be seeing little pops of a dragon pattern that I'm in the works. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on, I highly suggest you follow me on Instagram, which is where I kind of post more often. If not, consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, turning on all the turning on the bell notifications so that you don't miss anything, any of this like crazy crochet chaos. So that is going to be it. I will see you in next week's video and have an amazing day. Bye.